Well, here we go. The 2026 gear that I'm going to be using throughout this season. Cameras, lenses, everything in between. Let's get into it. Okay, so number one, you'll see we're doing this on my stovetop because I've got nowhere else open to do it, but let's just get started. This year, I'm going to be running the whole season on my Sony a6700. This is my main camera, and I'll basically be doing photos, videos, everything on this camera alone. Now, for the POV camera, which right now is currently being filmed on, is the GoPro Hero 12. Insert video of GoPro Hero 12. And all riding videos and everything between, I've got my GoPro 360. It's the Max version 1. I got this from Polaris, which is pretty sweet. Now, that is cameras. Let's move on. Let's start off with lenses. Now, this here is my Sigma 16-300. This has been my main travel lens for a while. It's a very good lens, I'll tell you that. Use it a bunch. It's very, very good quality for the price. And I've enjoyed it. Ooh, it's a little dirty in the back end there. Might need to clean soon. Very good for traveling and taking video. Not so much on the photos if you're trying to get high quality photos. Now we're going to get into my new lenses this year. This is my Tamron 17-70 f2.8 constant f2.8 aperture. It's a very, very great lens for what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to use it a lot for dirt biking. It's going to be basically for every video that I make, because I don't know if I want to take videos on a 70-200. And it's going to be a great lens for this year. I'm going to be using it a bunch. Now, moving on to the big boy. This is my 70-200 f2.8 constant aperture Mark 1. I could not afford the Mark 2. That was $3,000. I got this for I think $1,500 on eBay. It came with a check this out. A filter stuck to the front of it, but I managed to get that off. I managed to get that filter off, and now I've got a nice clean 70-200. It's very dusty, as you can tell. But yeah, 70-200 f2.8, and it weighs a ton. I think this weighs like 3 pounds. Very heavy, very bulky, but definitely going to be perfect for dirt bike photos, sports photography, everything for this upcoming year, which will be amazing. Okay, now let's get on to some fun stuff. The monitor. The monitor that I'm using is the Voltrox. I think it's the, what is it? The DC-1A. I mean DC-A1. It's a 7-inch monitor, and I've already used this a bunch, and it's amazing. The battery lasts a good 2 hours before it runs out. Let's see. I've got this little sun flap. Put right on here. And it's perfect. I'll be using this for a lot of the videos of motocross, and if I'm using the 70-200, I'll probably have that on a tripod, and then I will have this on top of the camera to see what I'm taking photos and videos of. And we got the mount for that right over here. Just like that. Already scratched up a little bit, but that's alright. I use my gear. I don't let it sit. That's not nice. Alright. Now for the gimbal. this year I'm going to keep on using my DJI RS3. So far it's been a workhorse. I've used it a whole bunch. I've got some good time out of it, some good videos. I love it. It's amazing. Works for basically about anything. And it's perfect. I don't think I need anything else except I'm not the best with the gimbal, so I have to have something to go with it. We'll just fold this up. It's taking up too much of the frame. Keep that there. And to go with it, the DJI Raven Eye. Whoa, we're a little shaky. The DJI Raven Eye. This thing, let me just tell you, it has already gotten a bunch of use, and it will be getting a lot more use, because I am not the best with a gimbal. I mean, my shots are never perfect with a gimbal, but this, I can lock onto things using the camera and my phone, track them, get some good, smooth, silky shots, everything in between. And that just sits right on there, right on the bottom of there. Perfect. Now, for audio, I have not really got into audio that much, but I did recently get this, the Rode Video Pro. It's the version 1. It's pretty old, but everything, all the reviews and everything between is all good about it, so I'm gonna use it and see what I can make out of it. Now, the DJI Focus Motor. I use this for whenever I'm using it on the Raven Eye. The setup all goes together. And I usually don't use it for focusing. I use it for zooming in and out. And that is because all my camera lenses are autofocus lenses, so I really don't need anything to be manually focused. I don't have any Cine lenses. Now, SD cards. This is my little small rig SD card holder. I've got a little bit of everything. This is for my Sony a6700 for videos. It's a V90 card, so I can record 4K oversampled, and then V60 128 gigabyte. That's for basically all photos. I got a backup card for photos if I have too many for this one. Then these are for the GoPros, the Hero 12, which I'm recording on, and the 360. This one doesn't work. Someday if it does work, there is videos on there that I'd like to have, but I don't know if I'll ever get those back, which is fine. Now for batteries, I have, for my a6700, I have 5 batteries. 3 I don't know how to say that. You guys can look that up. And then the actual Sony battery, and then inside the camera itself, I have the one that the kit just came with, spare with Sony. Batteries. Weighs like 3 pounds, 4 pounds. Pretty heavy. That is mostly what is gonna partake in my gear for this year. You know, we've got accessories like top handle, which can be built out, which I'll put something on screen right now of the handle with everything on it. The briefcase handle for the RS3, you know, just stuff you need to have. Side handle for the camera whenever I need it to hold up that heavy when it's all built out. My main plate that I use, you see it's got 2 screws on the bottom because it sits right here. 70 to 200's got 2 screws, so I just put 2 screws on there. That's usually how it sits when I build it out and it sits on the tripod. And then this is an attachment that's always on my camera. I've got a AirTag in there because I don't want to be misplacing my camera. That would not be good. And then for the POV setup, I just have a nameless, brandless chest mount that I will be using. I mean, I took it to the other side of the world already, used it there, and made it all the way back home, so I would say it's pretty nice. Oh, shit. Oops. Okay, so for the filter I'm going to be using, this fits on the 16 to 300 and the 17 to 70. It is a 67 millimeter variable ND filter. So as you can see, light to dark for different occasions on outside. This will be for when I'm shooting videos outside, like yesterday when I did the POV video of the dirt bike. I used this and it worked just fine. I have one coming for the 70 to 200, but I don't know when it will be here. Let's see, what else parts do I got? For the actual camera itself, I have the small rig, just the cage for it, which we'll build out the camera in a second. That's always on the camera, but just for the video today, not really. This is just extra screws and extra stuff I've got for when I need the screws. This right here is only really used whenever I want to put the 70 to 200 on the gimbal, and it needs extra weight in the back to balance it out. This is for the focus motor when you're putting it on the lens so it can spin the lens. That's mainly about all the things that I will be using, and that will all be going in my backpack. And the tripod that I'm using. Now here's the tripod that I use. It is the small rig and Potato Jet X Tribex. It was like $300. Super nice to use. You just pull in the handle. And basically adjust itself to any condition. So if I go up on my couch here, and just like that, stand it right up on the couch. Very simple to use, very easy. And when you're done for the day, flip it upside down. Sorry, this is kind of hard to do with one hand. And put it all back in. Very light tripod too, very nice to use. And the swivel head's very nice. Just loosen them up. You guys can see, but I have a box light up here, which it's shining off the thing down here. Just a small little $20 box light. It helps. It's making this area nice and bright. And the backpack. Now this is the backpack that I'm using. It's whatever that is, Do Everything backpack. My dad got it for me for Christmas. And it's amazing. It's pretty big. It's a big backpack. It's not a small backpack. I think it's like a 30 liter. That's the main backpack that I'll be taking everything in, instead of my old GoPro bag. Now the fun part. Let's put some stuff together, shall we? So let me get rid of all this stuff. Okay. So now we're going to do our basic handheld setup for photography. No. We'll do main setup for video. For just handheld video. So we start off with the A6700 paired with the cage. So go ahead and just put that on real quick. Pretty simple. Screw it on, and there you go. Just like that, I got a cage on the camera. Boom. Now, I will grab my, where'd you go? Just my little viewfinder piece. It's good to have on there whenever you need to look for the viewfinder. And I've got a big head, so my eyes need to be able to see in there. Now for the lens. It always depends on what I'm doing, but if we're going to be taking video and then taking short range photos, the 17 to 70 is where it's at. F2.8, 17 to 70. We don't need that. Look at this. 17 to 70, F2.8. just like that, you've got a camera that can run and gun, just like we are now. But now, there's more to it. For my setup, we are going to be, f2.8 brings in a lot of light, so we will put on, is that clean? Yes, it is. No, it's not. We will put on the variable ND filter. Give it a quick wipe down. I mean, I'm not going to shoot, I'm just putting this all together, so I shouldn't really need it. But there we go. Now we got a variable ND filter. Perfect right now for just run and gun going. But if I'm out on the dirt bike track, I don't need run and gun right now. I need built out. So let's go ahead and throw the battery back in it, which consists of opening, battery. Now, I'm gonna need SD card. Oops. Boom. There we go. Just like that, we got a working camera. So let's get into the fun part. Now the main, where is it? The main top accessory that I'll be using, the top grab handle. Very easy. Just get it on there. Screw it on, and you're good. Now, it depends on what we're doing, if we're using the 17 to 70 or the 70 to 200 f2.8. It depends on what accessories I'll put on now. But the one that will always be on there is the monitor. Always got to have something to see. Screw that on. Grab a battery. Just like that. We got the monitor. Now I usually don't run the sunshade on it, so we'll take that off. Quick wipe down. Make sure everything looks nice. Now we add some fun parts. Now I use the Rode microphone whenever I'm doing video, so okay, there we go. Rode microphone on and up. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, and just like that, everything's plugged in. Now we'll turn the camera on, turn the monitor on. And I already do have picture profiles loaded onto here for when I am shooting in log format. And just like that, it's kind of hard to see, but we've got run and gun, good audio, good aperture, good recording, easy to see, not super heavy. Run and gun, go shoot some video and photos. This will be mostly the setup for just small stuff, going somewhere. And the 70 to 200 will be for if we're at a hockey game, we're on the sidelines of the track, and everything in between for when I need distance. Because this is close up 17 to 70, and this is 70 to 200, which it's literally just the same setup, but with the 70 to 200 instead of the 17 to 70. That is my go-to run and gun. Just go out, and when I will be doing that, taking photos and going run and gun, I will have the GoPro Hero 12 running, and we're getting POV video just shown as my first video yesterday. Just posted yesterday. Well, could be today, depending how fast I edit this video. Depending on how fast it gets posted, you'll see what my future POV videos will be like at motocross events and all that. Now, let's build the gimbal setup. Alright, here we go. Now this is basically for, this setup right here is for edits, locking onto targets, and, I mean, what you would need, in my opinion, because I suck with the gimbal. I'm not good at keeping somebody in the middle of the shot or following them, so I have the focus motor, the Raven Eye here to help me. So we're going to put this entire setup together, and I'll show you how to do it. So first we start off, gotta have the battery. Gotta have the battery. It's just that. Make sure it's on there. Tripod stand, just to hold it down. Get some stuff out of the way. Here it is. The tripod's pretty big. Well, luckily we do not need the tripod currently, in this current second. The gimbal, so that'll go over here. Just stay there for a second, which I'm going to tilt this up. Here we go, now I can see more. Okay, so going to keep the same filter on there for darkening and lightening. Flip it upside down though, and we are going to throw on this little plate. Put it right in the front, in the middle. Oh, don't strip. Now, I don't remember which way it's supposed to go. Look at now. I want it to slide in from this side. Okay, sweet. Got it right the first time. So just get that nice and tight on there. Not moving. And we will slide this plate on. Just like that. And boom, there we go. Now we can set the camera down. It'll stand on itself. I'm going to close the screen because soon we will not be needing that. What we are going to throw on there is this long metal rod. Just screws right on here. Right on there. Just like that. Alright, sweet. Next, we will throw the band onto the lens. And the lens zooms this way, so we want to make sure everything's out of the way. We will go, let's see. We want to get it right on the edge. Just go tight and then pull in. And just like that, shift it a little bit to make it straight. And just like that, there you go. Zooming is now compatible. Then we'll throw on the focus motor. Get it lined up. Then we'll tighten it up. Just like that. Okay, and cannot forget the microphone. That also has to go on here. Alright, now we get to the fun part. My light is falling down. The light is back. Just like that. Alright. Now, basically, all we need, focus motor, camera, battery. Now, we get to the actual building part. We will slide this on. Oof, we are pretty close, aren't we? So what we're going to do, just going to slide the setup back and tilt it up, just like this. And there we go. It's not as bright, but we can still do the same job. We can do this. As my light decides not to stay in the position I want, that's alright. Y'all can see enough, so who cares? Alright, Raven Eye, right here. So this just goes down here. And there we are. That's all it is. Just plugs right in like that. Now we will throw on our briefcase handle. I go about right there. Tighten it up. Go right there. And then we will throw on the phone holder. Just like that. Now, that's basically together. Now we just need to plug in some cables, and then it should be working just like a charm. Yesterday, the camera, everything was dead, so that's why it was not working right. But I still was able to make a video out of the stuff, which is not bad. So once you get everything plugged in on this side, we'll turn the camera, thread this under there. This goes up here. I'm missing a cord. Got it, little 90-degree. And we'll plug this into here. And then this gets plugged into our little focus motor, which I use as my zooming motor to make everything easier. And I hit my light. This probably looks super scuffed, but I'm not working with a lot of room or fancy setup, so I don't care. Now the fun part. Now we get to balance the thing out. Just like there. Perfect. Should come back to the center, and I mean, all you do is throw on this. And just like that, we have a run and gun setup after I plug in the audio. Boom. Now everything will work together. Oops. It's not perfectly balanced right now, but if I turn it a little bit, I know, quit yelling at me. You can see it's not all balanced, so, oh, okay. I will fix it. Yeah, my left side feels very heavy. You can tell that now. It's not perfectly balanced, but this is the setup for edits, videos, everything in between. Just everything you would need. The Raven Eye to lock onto subjects, the focus motor to zoom in and out whenever you need to, so you don't have to grab a hold of the lens and then throw the whole thing off. Now, that's basically the end. I mean, that's all the gear that I'm using. Take this GoPro off here. And we can look at our crazy little setup here. This was only for the start, to get that starter, to get that look. Here's my tripod, but it's kind of crazy looking setup we got. And all the other stuff. And we also have, if we move, I just got done with a weekend of riding, so I got the gear bin in here. So extra stuff up here, and then a bunch of spare camera stuff, you know, all that extra stuff that you don't usually use, but you have. That's about it. Then we got in my room over here the setup, which right now we are uploading the YouTube video for the POV of the dirt bike, and that's about it. That is all the gear that I use and I will be using for my 2026 season. Thank y'all for watching.